Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the campus of Drake High School for second round action of the Division II MIAA tournament. Tonight's game features the Division II MVC champion and number 6 ranked Drake Lady Middies and the number 11 seeded Chicopee Pacers. They come in at 17-4. My name is Jason Roby. I'll be calling the play-by-play action tonight on Drake Access TV, and I am joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Mike Marino. And Marino, this is a Chicopee team that has the ability, as we've said, to run but also play in the half court. What do you think the key is for this Drake team tonight if they want to move on playing against this Chicopee team?
Well, first, thanks for the legendary introduction.
That's what I was told.
I'll live by it. I'll go by it.
There are worse things.
Exactly. The biggest thing that Drake has to do is, if, like you said, 22-4, they went out in their last game against Ashland. That's not a half-court set. That's running. So if they're going to go into transition, Drake's transition defense has to be up to speed. They have to be able to slow that down while also doing their own transition game to slow Chicopee down.
When I walked in here tonight, I thought I was at an indoor track practice as I was watching Chicopee do, baseline to baseline sprints, and we counted 9 players originally on their roster. They will suit up 11, but one of the things that the Chicopee coach made mention to us was that, look, we don't have a real deep bench, and it may be at times we may have to play in that half-court set. We've noted that this is a Chicopee team that appears to have some size underneath.
Well, one of the things, talking to assistant coach Steve Talbot over the weekend, him and Coach Woods went down to Chicopee to scout that game. And one of the first things he told me is, number 20, she's a tall girl. Get her winded, Alana Smith.
Yeah.
Run her and get her on the bench early, whether foul trouble or she's tired. And the way Drake plays down low, you have Cam, the tank Watkins, who she has no problem going down there. She's crazy. She has a ton of energy. If she can play the way she usually plays, like that second half last game against Bill Ricker, she'll tire anybody out.
Yeah, Cam Watkins had a heck of a second half for Drake in the opening round. She dropped 19 points. She's a first-team All-MVC player herself, and while we're mentioning first-team All-MVC, got to look at Tati Fevry and also Player of the Year, Ashley Talbot. You throw those two in the mix, also first-team players. This is a Drake team that if they get out and they run and they play their game and they can shoot from the outside, they could be a very, very dangerous team.
Like, one of the things I expected, she didn't say it to give us her whole game plan, but I can see Chicopee's coach trying to take Ashley Talbot away. So if they try to do that, then it falls on Junior Brody Gannon. It falls on Tati. And Brody herself was a second-team MVC.
Absolutely.
But it falls on Tati, and it falls on Emma Felka, also known as Beastie. When she's in the game, hit those outside shots, then you can't put all your attention on Ashley.
Well, Brody Gannon, as you mentioned, a second-team All-MVC selection. She had 7 in the opening round, and Emma Felker had 9 points in the second half, all from distance, all from three-point land. So they can knock down that three, and you could find your score getting run up pretty quickly there if you're not defending that three-point line. All right, we are just about ready here to meet the starting lineups of tonight's game, and this is a Drake team that enters, as we mentioned, the number 6 seed here in the Division II tournament. They beat Bill Ricca 56-35 in that first game, but important point to note, they were only up by 1 at halftime of that Bill Ricca game. Is this a Chicopee team, you think, Marino, that they can afford to be only up 1 against going into halftime?
It's a tough call, because think about playing Bill Ricca. That's the 3rd time in the season you played them. So they know you know them. It becomes a rock fight by that 3rd game, and you're playing for your basketball lives. So these two teams don't know a lot about each other, and we'll see what happens. Depending how they shoot, like if they're up a point at halftime, but some of their outside shooting's cold, but they come out in the second half, they're on fire, it could be just like the Bill Ricca game. But it'll be interesting to see.
I agree with you. We're about to meet the starting lineups for both teams. Jailene Garvin Martin, she had 5 points in the opening round. Number 30 is Gianna Garcia, sophomore guard for the Pacers. Number 5, Blaze Mack, a junior guard forward, will get the start. Alana Smith, a junior center. She had 19, as we mentioned. And Yamarelis Matos, we talked about her, 1,000-point score. She had 21 points, Marino, in that opening round win. So clearly the Middies have their work cut out for them tonight.
See who they, depending on what Drake it does defensively, if they go man, I would expect to see either Tati Fevry or Brody Gannon on number 23. We know Watkins will be down low with their center. But we'll see what he does defensively.
The reigning MVC Player of the Year, Division II, Ashley Talbot. She had 12 points in the opening round. She's a junior guard. Someone hit the music here. Lost power last night at my house, but here we go. Number 10, Brody Gannon. We talked about her. She's going to have a big game tonight on the glass.
Wow. I don't want to mention any names of what's going on, but it's the athletic director, but I won't say any names.
We won't mention any names.
And let's hear it for your 3 seniors. At forward, number 21,
Number 21, Reagan Maddie. She had a bucket in the first round. She is a senior forward. Tatiana Fevry, she had a terrific game, most notably a huge third quarter in that first round. And Cam Watkins, who was my player of the game in the last round, the opening round, the first team all MVC player, dropped 19 in that first game. We're going to take a brief hesitation here to honor America with the playing of the national anthem. We'll be right back after this. And we are just about to get underway here. 8 minutes high school basketball, 30-second shot clock. There will be 3 officials used here in the postseason. Mike Dobbs is the director, producer. Gary Mickey Muse is the DATV executive producer for DATV. Nate Vizina is in the van on the graphics and the audio, making us look and sound good. We've always been told to have a face for radio. And Fast Freddy Spicer is also on the moving pictures here this evening. We are ready to jump things up. Second round MIAA Girls Basketball Tournament. It should be a good one from the campus of Dracut High School. Chicopee comes away with the tip. They will set up in the half court. Coming over half court is Jalen Govern-Martin. Almost lost the handle there. And we'll see Dracut early on extending that pressure, that man-to-man defense way out beyond the three-point stripe. Dribble drive into the paint, thrown up, no good. Rebound up, battled for, ripped away there, and a great board by number 15, Cam Watkins.
That's her game. The old Dirt Dogs, she's one of them.
And Watkins whipped it away from Smith, and I gotta say, Watkins probably giving up a good 2-3 inches to Smith, so we'll watch that battle as the night progresses. Oh, and Watkins drives to the hole!
Great move by Watkins. Looks like she has the step on her quickness-wise. That could be a huge advantage for her all game long.
And underneath they go, as you say that. Alana Smith gets hacked in the act. She'll head to the line, and as you say that, Marino, we gotta be careful. Cam has gotta watch out for those personal fouls.
Yep.
She definitely has a first quick step to the hoop, but also has her first personal, as Alana Smith will head to the line, and she back irons the first. 0 for 1 for the junior center.
Foul trouble will be a big thing. I think that's why when you saw him come out in that first series, Cam was on someone else, and Reagan actually was playing Smith down low. Reagan Maddie was taking her.
0 for 2 on that trip, and Chicopee will extend the full court pressure, and ball is stolen there. Underneath, up and under, Dipsy Doo can't get it to go. Offensive board in the paint to Max. She'll kick it back out. They'll try to feed underneath Smith. That was a little too much mustard on that hot dog as it sailed out of bounds. Full court pressure coming once again from the Pacers.
It was a good job by Reagan on that one, fronting Smith to make that pass difficult.
Good job by Talbot breaking the press. From the outside, no side iron. Rebound goes to the Pacers, and that was Mack clearing the glass. Back the other way comes Chicopee. Garcia gets it back over to Garvin Martin. They get it in the corner, three-point shot, no. Another offensive rebound there for Chicopee. So right now, and this was,
wait a minute. Did we just see a carry?
I've seen maybe 3 all year, and they've been all at this court. So
I like that.
we're going old school here as Chicopee will continue to add the pressure, and they're going to try to get trapped on the side. Talbot, she's just too quick. Skip pass across the baseline, nearly losing the handle was Gannon. She got it back, pull-up jumper, back iron, no. And so in the early going here, Marino, Chicopee owning the boards.
Owning the boards, but Drake's getting good looks. They just got to get those bad boys to fall down.
Dribble drive, Matos, the 1,000-point scorer. Leather souffle out of my kitchen, and back the other way comes Drake.
Nice job by, I think that was, it was Tati actually on the defense.
February getting up there and blocking that shot, but a costly turnover, and back the other way comes Chicopee. They'll run. Garvin Martin goes up, offensive foul.
Don't know who took it, but both. 2 of the 3 seniors back there, and Tati Favre and Reagan Matty there to take that charge.
Jalen Garvin Martin will get called for the offensive foul, and Drake will come back the other way. That was an ill-advised pass in the paint. It goes, no. Another offensive board, clearing up her own mess was Mack, and the Pacers are on the board. We're locked up at 2.
That's twice that Drake has had trouble beating this press.
Another turnover, and Garvin Martin will get hacked in the act, and she's going to go to the line for 2. We'll see who this gets called on. Yeah, and that's Tati Febvre. We don't want to see her get into too much foul trouble here as 2 personals now against the Lady Middies. Garvin Martin will head to the line for a pair. Knocks down the first. Pacers have their first lead, 5:27 to go here, first quarter. Division II, second round MIAA tournament game. Back iron, no. Rebound by the Middies. That was Watkins. Back the other way comes Talbot. Step back 3. Yahtzee! And if Talbot's feeling it tonight, look out.
This has the potential to be a shootout between Talbot and Matos.
Chicopee had the numbers there. They didn't get back in time, and going up strong for her second bucket was Mack. From the outside, no, in and out. It was a good look though, Marino, and they've had a few of them.
It was a good look. Brody's had 3 good looks.
Back the other way comes Chicopee. Garvin Martin. They'll work the ball around the perimeter. Mack back to Garvin Martin over into the far side corner. This is Matos, gets it underneath. Triple team, ball stolen. And they had 3 bodies down low underneath on Smith, but Smith ends up getting another Drake turnover.
Very sloppy with the ball right here.
And leather souffle once again as Matos goes strong to the hole. That ball gets blocked out of bounds.
Not gonna lie to you, Jason, I was holding my breath. I thought that was a slap across the arms on Cam. Glad it wasn't called.
Glad it wasn't called. That would have been a big foul. As shooting from the outside, the lefty side iron, no. Another rebound potentially from Mack. Jump ball, alternating possession, goes to Chicopee.
Middy's got to find the girls underneath and box out. Very old school, simple. Get the body on and box it out, make the rebound yours.
I stand corrected. It'll be Drake ball. They'll now have a conversation at the table to make sure they have it right, and they're going to change it right now and say that it was. They're pointing in Chicopee's direction, but they give the ball to Drake. So
Zebra's just got to smarten up, know which way they're going.
And that pass has been intercepted a couple of times. Yep. Very fortunate to get it that time. They had the numbers going up strong. No call, and they're going to call it off of Watkins. Now,
a lot of contact right there. A lot of contact, but as long as they stay consistent.
Well, they're letting them play here in the early going, Marino. We'll have to see if they do, in fact, stay consistent. And a steal there. Talbot got her hand on it, got its way into Tavi. Tatiana Febvre couldn't get it to go. Back the other way comes Garvin Martin into the corner now, being harassed there by Febvre. Into the paint it goes, up strong and gets the roll, does Blaze Mack. And she's got 6 points here in the early going.
Got to keep that head up. She had, if Tati had that head up, she had Reagan wide open, cutting to the hoop.
Working it around the perimeter from the outside, no. And another rebound there for Smith. And she's got a handful here in the first quarter alone.
She is their rebound machine.
Ball worked around the perimeter by the Pacers. She's not shy as Garvin Martin. Rebound finds its way into the hands of Watkins, and she'll run. She's got the numbers. She goes all the way, coast to coast, puts it in. And Chicopee going to take a timeout and talk it over, as not sure if it's too early to call it yet, but that time, Marino, Chicopee had trouble getting back on defense.
Could there be some fatigue coming in this late in the year? Who knows?
So we'll see if fatigue maybe starts to set in. A good timeout potentially called by the Pacers, as this game is locked up at 7 apiece. Both teams kind of feeling each other out in the early going here. It's a game that has seen Drake have some really good looks from the outside, and Chicopee has done some nice work on the glass. We'll see which one comes out on top in the end. We do know that Oliver Ames and Foxborough are playing right now. It was a 6:30 tip at Oliver Ames High School. They are the 3 seed. They're taking on the 14 seed Foxborough, and potentially for this Drake team a chance to host another game should they win. That's the news that we got. If Foxborough should beat Oliver Ames and Drake should win, we could be right back here again. But a lot of business to take care of before we get to that point.
Yeah, that's right. You can't be putting the cart before the horse right here.
Chicopee breaks the press, and a near steal there underneath on the glass. In and out, everything but down. And so the basketball god shining on the Lady Middies on that possession.
Love the friendly rims.
Oh, she thought about it.
She
Talbot wanted it.
Oh!
Yahtzee! And a beautiful look there by Felker. And we mentioned she had 9 all from the three-point line in the first round, and she is getting off to a fast start. Ball rolls, and a good effort there. Diving on the floor was Watkins. So here comes the Lady Midi press.
They're getting into it. The substitutions that Coach Witt's put in. Little more speed, a little more offense.
This is Julia Roback. She's going to be a soccer player in college, according to the head coach. But clearly she's a runner. We'll get a reach-in foul there, and a cheap one on the arm, as the hack in the act, and I think that went on Alisson, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it did.
Heck of a defensive player in her own right, brings a different kind of energy when she enters the ball game. Chicopee breaks the press. They had the numbers initially. They stay with it. No travel call. Offensive rebound up, no. And a jump ball will be called here. Very fortunate for Felker, as she looked initially to be going over the top, but it'll be a jump ball.
Game inches right there. Gannon comes back down to help defense, just inches away from stealing that pass into. Ooh.
And that should be a travel call, and it
got
is.
It that time.
I'm going to make another call here, Marino. I think we're going to see a 3-second violation at some point in this one as well.
I wouldn't be surprised. You could even call it 6 seconds.
Drake it now, trying to defeat the full court pressure, and they had the numbers initially. Alisson takes a double dribble. She knew it.
Nerves. I'll count that up to nerves. You know, the bigger the game and the younger you are, those nerves come in.
So Chicopee will take over, and the one thing of note on that possession was there were 4 Chicopee Pacers trailing the action.
Yep.
So we'll have to keep an eye on that as the ball is on
Here
the
we
floor.
go.
2 players battling. Jump ball called. Possession, Lady Middies. And I will say this. If they can continue to get Alana Smith beyond the 3-point line, that's good news for the Lady Middies.
That's fantastic news, and one of the reasons why MFL is known as Beastie is for plays like that.
Talbot now coming to the near side, right side, and they'll skip it across. Nice job, gets down on the low post, up and in, and a pretty move there by Watkins. Good patience offensively. Almost a steal there by Alisson.
All right, now they're putting pressure on, and Chicopee's getting a little sloppy trying to break this press.
Chicopee will set up in the half court, and again, into the paint. off the glass and get the shooter's touch. It looked like that was Roback who just checked in the game. Oh, and it just went off the hands.
Good idea, good idea. Had the heads up, saw the streaking forward.
And that was Felker who was the recipient of that one. Just off the fingertips. Here comes the pressure from Drake. They handle it and they have the numbers. 2-on-1 now. Up and in, and a pretty move there. And right now, Blaze Mack has 8 points for this Chicopee team. Why is that important? She only had 5 in the entire first round game.
You know, she's getting some easy looks. The girls at the top of that press, they gotta get back.
Yahtzee! Felker knocks one down from distance, and go look now. She is 2 for 2 and a steal. Talbot, bounce pass, underneath and in.
Great little burst by the middies right here.
8 points for Watkins in the early going, and a travel call. And a different look on this Chicopee team. If you look at their faces, Marino, a little bit shell-shocked out there right now.
Don't know how much pressure you get out there playing, and what are they playing?
The
Wagoneer,
the Valley Wheel out in Western Massachusetts. We'll talk a little bit about the title game, but we'll watch this one from Alassane. No rebound. Watkins hustling, tries to save it, can't, but they get it back in. Felker saved it to Talbot, back to Felker. Fevry. Oh, she's going to get called for the travel, and she's wondering, as much of the Drake student body, what that call was all about. No do-overs here in high school basketball.
The 26 junior classmen male referees all had a different view on that one.
The balcony Muppets are here in full effect tonight. Up and in, no, but another offensive rebound cleaning the glass there was Roback. She's checked in and she has 4 quick points.
She's come to play.
Watkins, and ball will get knocked out of her hands. Possession will stay with Drake. 17-13, Lady Middies up by 4. 5.6 left in the first quarter. I like what Chicopee did. They tried to steal a possession there, take the ball out of bounds themselves.
Don't blame them.
Talbot, Yahtzee! And that is just a 2.
It's all right, it might be a 2, but it's a nice way to end the first period.
Huge way to end the first quarter of action here. We'll head into the first intermission. It is 19-13 Drake. And right now the story is Cam Watkins with 8 points, Talbot with 5, and Felker with 6 on the other side of things. Blaze Mack has 8, Roback has 4, Jalen Garvin Martin with a point. We've got a great game here, but as we mentioned, Marino, this is a team that, you know, if you don't really know much about the Chicopee Pacers, you did your homework. They lost the Western Massachusetts final to Springfield Central. They are the number 3 team in all of Division I. So both of these teams, Drake and Chicopee, with some Division I teams they played against. I believe this Drake team lost to, it was Andover. They lost to Tewksbury. And
Central Catholic.
Central Catholic, another Division I team. So these teams are battle tested. They've played the best of the best. They've played the top ranked teams in the state, regardless of division. We saw this Drake team beat New Hampshire state champion Bishop Girton, who's been New England ranked at times. So these are 2 teams that have been here, done that, and this is going to be a good one.
It should be.
Garvin Martin nearly has the ball stolen by Talbot. Little body check there as Cologne had to kick it back out up top to Matos. The 1,000-point scorer will dribble, drop back, and Mack will take it. One dribble, they get on the low block, they fall down. Matos thought about it and decided to drive. She cleans up her own mess, and a good defensive effort there, but on the backside, guess who? Blaze Mack. She's got 10. And we're going to get an offensive foul on Talbot. Have to watch that back on.
You're going to have to pay attention to Chicopee's bench, see if those coaches are in the ref's ears saying to look for a wood. That's what the ref's telling Coach LaBeouf and Coach Talbot at the end of Drake's bench, calling it a wood.
So Chicopee will take that offensive foul and try to turn it into points as the ball gets kicked out, and Garvin Martin hit nothing. A nice box out there, and a good job and textbook by Brody Gannon. boxing out, allowing that ball to go out of bounds. Drake will get possession. Did we get a foul call there?
I think he called a foul on Chicopee, maybe saying the girl trying to go over Brody's back.
I think you're right. That was an interesting call. You've seen a couple of interesting calls.
Yeah.
Drake having some issue here. Got to stay away from the corners. And another turnover on the trail position. That turnover has come in the middle of the floor.
Drake's issue is off made baskets, they're having trouble. And when it's transition, they're doing a great job of bringing the ball up.
There's a situation where the ball went out of bounds. Cologne was standing there, and she grabbed it while standing out of play, so possession will go to Drake. Drake has had some issue here, breaking the press at times. They have the numbers now if they wanted to go for it.
If they look up.
Standing all alone underneath was Watkins. They find her too little too late, but she'll get hacked in the act. And we saw that, and you'll see it back on Drake at Access TV as Watkins was standing all by herself.
From the minute they inbounded it, she was wide open. They just got to look up, get that head up.
Watkins was 11 for 19 in the first round game. We'll see if she can continue. She misses the first of two. She had 8 points in the first quarter, trying to get her first in the second. Back iron, no. Rebound comes to Garvin Martin. And she goes up and in, no. And a lot of missed layups for this Chicopee team. And another turnover. Possession will go to Drake, but bodies flying on the floor here. Things are getting a little physical.
One of the things the girls from the middies got to look for is when they get that outlet pass to Talbot, everyone can't fly up court. She needs some help back here because they're coming at her to stop her from bringing that ball up court.
And you wonder if, as the officials confer here to make sure they get this call right, you wonder if maybe the first thing you should do is not put the ball on the floor, but pick your head up and see, what do I have available to me? Certainly Talbot is a great dribbler, as is Tati Fevry, but if you've got the numbers, better to pass than dribble through a press.
It sure is.
And here we go. We'll see how many times the ball hits the floor here, as Fevry will try to beat the trap. She does. Pull-up jumper, elbow extended, no. Rebound went to Gannon. Kick back out to Talbot. She'll find Fevry. And that is, no, that was Felker with a chance. This place would have erupted. Back the other way comes Chicopee. Throws up, no. Good follow-up on the trail position. And that was a nice job by Mack following that play. Ball goes out on Drake. Checking back in is Alana Smith now.
I guess Chicopee's seen enough of not getting to their rebound, so they want Smith in to start cleaning the glass again.
Go back with some size as Cologne will head to the bench. Chicopee ball under the hoop. Got to be careful they don't throw it off your back, does Gannon on that inbound play. Elbow extended jumper, no, nothing but glass, but there, and you mentioned it, Marino, was underneath the hoop was Smith, but
you watch her, she gets good position. She gets down there, and it's tough to move her.
Garvin Martin will check out of the game for the first time here. And in comes, I believe that's Gianna Garcia. Pressure continues. And they'll take all of that 10 seconds. Nice job there, breaking the press. Talbot outside, Watkins, no. Rebound, gobbled up there. Fevry's not shy, or rather Talbot, no, she misses.
Gannon. Let that go. That one off Smith.
Oh, and we're going to get a blocking call, and it's a good one. Because at least to these eyes, Roback was kind of moving, retreating as she took that block and foul.
And it looked like Watkins was trying to get out of the way, too. She wasn't going straight. She tried to make a move.
He's not the best in the business for nothing, folks. I think I get paid for every compliment I make.
I like that. Just go to Pete Witt, CPA. He'll do all the payments.
Here you go. From the outside, Gannon thought about it. She's going to get called for a travel, shakes her head.
I think it's getting in her head a little bit. She had a couple good looks, missed them. If she can get those to go down, get her confidence going, it's really going to help this middies.
19-15 Lady Middies. Second quarter, 5:24 to go here. 2-on-1 opportunity for Chicopee. Pull-up jumper inside the three-point line. No. Good positioning there by Smith.
They got to find a way. If she's down there and you're the girl on her, you got to get in front of her. Make her come over your back.
She's got good soft hands. Felker gets the ball back to Fevry. Fevry, and a nice move inside. Couldn't get it to go as Watkins. Back the other way comes Chicopee. Matos, the 1,000-point scorer. She hesitated and then drove. Fevry's going to get called for the personal foul. So one thing of note here, Marino, 5 team fouls against Drake and 4 for Chicopee. So relatively clean in the early going here. Neither team in the 1-and-1 bonus yet.
But that is 2 on Fevry, and you don't want to see her out.
No, you do not, and that is exactly what happens is she hits the bench, and El Assad will check back in. Matos now picked up on the double team, and good help on the backside, and really good there. And I'm going to tell you on that, you'll go back and you'll watch that on Drake Access TV. Chicopee ends up with the ball on the possession, but it was outstanding help defense by Drake.
They all sag down to help out, knowing that she's the big key down low.
Ball kicked out, and no rest for the weary. Garvin Martin will check back in and knock down a 3. So she snuck back in, and don't look now, but Chicopee has a 1-point advantage. 20-19, 4:25 to go. Watkins underneath, hits the deck, rebound goes to Smith, and back the other way comes the Pacers. Garvin Martin, top of the key now to Mack. Mack, and good quick hands there, and they could have numbers. It could be a 3-on-1. Tried the Euro step, maybe would have been better served to bounce pass it, but you reach the point of no return there, you got to go up strong.
Agree with you, but I do like if she had given it up to Al Assad coming there wide open on the outside. But great follow-up by Maddie on that one. Keep that alive, keep it, drink it. Now she has to hit those free throws.
Reagan Maddie side irons the first. She'll get a second attempt as Cologne will check back in and give Mack, who's had a stellar performance thus far here in the first half,
She's
10
been
points.
their offense.
Maddie knocks down the second. 1 out of 2. Full court pressure extended. And Chicopee has the numbers. Bounce pass there. Fortunate that it found its way into Pacer hands, but that ball got a bounce. It'll stay Chicopee ball, 16 seconds on the shot clock.
That's the hustle Drake needs to get back. It was a great job by Gannon to get back and get in front of Smith so she couldn't get the easy inbound.
This is Matos. She gets the ball over to Garcia. Garcia being harassed there by Watkins. Up and in, no. Watkins on the board, hands it off to Talbot. She'll survey the floor, tried to kick it in there. We'll get a kick call. It was a good call, but looks like they're gonna bring the ball over here and inbound it. Gannon will do the honors.
Great idea by Talbot, and smart play by Chick. If you can't get it with your hands, make it a kickball.
Into the corner it goes. 3-pointer comes up short. Matos with the offensive rebound. She'll head the other way.
Has she scored yet, Jason?
She has not until then.
My bad.
So Marino providing, I wasn't going to say it. And as Marino says it, the 1,000-point score for Chicopee goes in for her first bucket. And as a result of that play, the Pacers enjoy a 22-20 advantage. 3:21 to go here in the first half of action from the campus of Drake High School. Jason Roby calling the action with Marino here for Drake Access TV. And this has been as advertised. Two teams that seem to be pretty evenly matched. We'll have to see if fatigue becomes a factor. I watched Talbot on that last transition into the defense, and she looked to be a little winded. She's usually the measuring stick. If she's tired, there's a lot of running going on down there on the floor.
Well, as we've seen, neither her or I don't think her or Watkins have hit the bench yet. And Gannon, I'm not sure if Gannon has.
Well, there is no tomorrow, right? I mean, it's a one and done in
everything we got.
Yep. And certainly Drake got to this point in the season last year and talking to Ashley Talbot, obviously the goal is to get further than you did the year before, and this is a veteran team that certainly has the ability to do that. They'll try to break the press. They'll take all the time they need, the 10 seconds to get the ball over half court. They do. Here comes the trap. Talbot tries to break with a dribble. She does, and she says, I will take it to the hoop myself. 7 points now for Talbot.
Great move by Ashley to get into the paint. Blow by her defender.
And Matos has the ball stripped away. Fortunate to not get called for a carry on her own. Here comes Talbot. Little curly kneel, dipsy-do action at half court. Picks up a nice pick. Ball goes to Gannon. They're going to call her for the travel. 22-22, 2:44 to go, and a pair of Lady Middies will check back in as Mackenzie Murphy and Emma Felker will come back in. I believe, I could be mistaken, but this might be Murphy's first action in the game.
Yep, it is.
Felker will try to provide some defense. 3 Lady Middies under the hoop, and nowhere to be found was any Chicopee pacer for that offensive board. So
no, 1-on-3.
From the outside, she's not shy. She missed it though. Back the other way comes Matos. She'll slow things down, kick it back out to Garcia. Garcia back to Garvin Martin. Working, kick out, fired from 3 from Matos. No, and there, good defensive position on the rebound was Watkins. In stride, Yahtzee! And another 3-pointer for Felker. And Coach LaFawn Wolkowiak will call timeout and talk it over. Emma Felker coming off the bench, knocking down another 3-pointer, and she's got 9, all via distance here this evening.
She's having it. She's spotting up. She's gotten her shots here ready to go. Brock DeMar, stop looking at me because you're ugly. I don't know if it has anything to do with the fact that Beastie's mom has a little bit fat head of her as a little kid over there. I don't know if that's giving her the confidence or whatever, but it's working. Also, for the ladies in the crowd, we have Division II wrestling stud Ty Stewart here with us. Still looks anorexic, but hey, great job in your wrestling this year, Ty.
So, Marino, the local fan favorite.
Unfortunately, I coached half of these knuckleheads in football.
There you go. It's good to see the student body of Drake out here in full force. It was standing room only in the first round game. Not as many people yet, but that could be because we got a hockey team and a boys basketball team that are across the state playing in their own Division II
Exactly. A lot of things going on tonight, so it's tough to have it filled like it was Thursday versus Bill Ricker.
Great to be a Midi, though, if you are a student athlete or part of the student body. A lot to cheer on here in the town of Drake. Dribble drive, Matos, and a nice job underneath, finding Smith, and she gets hacked in the act.
Murphy picks up that foul. It's all right.
Murphy will head to the line, or rather Smith is 0 for 2. The crowd comes alive, back iron, no.
What is that?
So the balcony Muppets in full force here. Smith, 0 for. Rebound goes to Felker. Nice job on the glass. Talbot will run. She didn't have and a good trail pass, but not quite sure why she didn't grab the ball. She ends up coming away with it, goes up, and a nice move there and finished by Watkins. So Watkins has 10. Back the other way comes Chicopee. On the low block, ball stolen by Watkins. They high-low, they fronted that, did Felker and Watkins. Watkins kick back, Gannon, no, back iron rebound, and a good battle there. No call, and here comes Chicopee. Ooh, did she step over? No, she did not. I thought maybe a backcourt violation, but no call.
Can't get the green light special in high school basketball.
Garvin Martin now, top of the key. Garcia to Matos from the elbow. No, and Matos having trouble taking the top off the bucket. Another miss, but another rebound, and that was a bad foul there Marino by Cam Watkins.
32 seconds left in the half. You don't want to pick up your second foul on that.
Not to mention it sets up a one-on-one situation. Yep. And you haven't had a lot of success on the offensive glass here, even though Smith has missed her last 4 free throws. You don't want to send her to the line. Smith misses. There's a 1-on-1 opportunity, and a good rebound there by Watkins. She'll give it up.
All right.
Talbot.
Shot clock and game clock are about equal. Play it right.
And we're going to get a travel call on Watkins. She took a little, it was a tough call. It was a hop step and then 2 steps. Maybe lost it in between players. Tough call there for Watkins. 18.4 seconds. Now the shot clock is definitely off as Maddie will check back in the game. And a good move there, Marino, getting Watkins out of the game.
Don't need a third foul with 18 seconds left.
Maddie will cover the inbound pass. They get it in to Matos. Here comes the pressure, and that's how you beat the press. You reverse it, and they'll set up in the half court. Kick out. Ooh, no carry call. Oh, a near steal from the outside, and Matos.
That's tough.
Talbot fires, and no there. So you go for the steal. If you get it, you're going coast to coast for the bucket. If you miss it, you give the sharpshooter Matos a chance to bury a 3, and that's exactly what she did. So we'll head to halftime of this one, and it's a good ball game, no question about it. The Drake and Lady Middies 27, the Chicopee Pacers 25. We'll take a timeout, and we'll be right back with some numbers and some halftime information for you from the campus of Drake High School. All right, welcome back to halftime here from the campus of Drake High School. We have a good one. Drake High, a 2-point advantage over the Chicopee Pacers, 27-25. Jason Roby on the play-by-play, along with Marino on the color. Gary Mickey Muse is the executive producer of DATV. Mike Dobbs is out in the truck, the director and producer of tonight's production. Nate Vizina in the van doing graphics and audio. And Fast Freddy Spicer also on the moving pictures. So 27-25, we'll run down some quick numbers for you. These, of course, unofficial. Ashley Talbot has 7, Cam Watkins with 10, Reagan Maddie with a point, and Emma Felker with 9, all from beyond the 3-point arc. On the other side of things for the Pacers, it is Garvin Martin with 4, Blaze Mack with 10, Roback with 4, Smith with 2, and 1,000-point scorer Yamarelis Matos with 5, 3 of those coming the final seconds of the first half. So they've done a nice job shutting her down, have the Lady Middies, but we are locked up in a good one here. And Marino, what does Drake have to do in the second half of this one to play in the next round of this Division II tournament?
Those open shots that they had early that they missed, they got to get ready. You know, those got to go down for them. They got the good open look. They got to get it. Hit those shots. Brody, Gannon had a couple of them. Just go with that. Find a way to get Ashley open. Get her some room for her shot. Pre-game, you and I were talking with the 1,000 scorer for Chicopee and Ashley. I'm thinking we were going to have a shootout, and it hasn't been that way. It's been the secondary people doing the work.
So maybe at this point it becomes who's got the deeper secondary scorers on their team.
Yep.
Blaze Mack for Chicopee. She's got 10 points. She had 5 in the first round game, so she's making some noise out there, cleaning up the glass. And Watkins, of course, with 10 of her own, and Felker with 9 for Drake. So we are just about ready here to begin things here in the second half. We just got to note that the hockey team from Drake lost a tough one here this afternoon, and the boys basketball team down by 1 with 4 minutes to play, so we'll keep an eye on that one.
Well, great season to the hockey boys, but now let's start the second half of this game.
All right, so now ball comes into the low post, and offensive foul
on Watkins. That's 3.
So
No,
interesting.
it's not her first, Gordy.
Interesting call there. Watkins had some foul trouble in the first round. She had 4 fouls. Watkins will come out, so that's huge as Felker will come in. Felker can score the basketball. We've seen her shoot from beyond the three-point arc, but you certainly hate to lose the Watkins presence on the glass.
That down low, down and dirty dirt dog work is what will hurt them with Watkins on the bench.
Press gets handled nicely, and a pretty shot there by Garvin Martin as she gets the scoring started for the Pacers. We are locked up at 27 in the third quarter, 7:30 to go.
Oh yeah,
Felker, no. Side iron rebound goes to Mack. And the Lady Middies will not press the issue to start the second half.
Sitting back, matching up. Excuse me.
Garvin Martin will kick out from beyond 3. And I don't think she called glass, but it counts for 3 regardless, as Blaze Mack having a great game.
Wow.
Knocks down the three-pointer, ball in the corner. Felker got it back out top of the paint from Maddie. Kicked out, no, and they challenged that shot to Gannon. They boxed her out, and that may have disrupted the shot a bit. 30-27 Chicopee. Kicked out, corner, 3, yes. Gianna Garcia gets in on the scoring party.
Chicopee's come out firing in this second half.
And Peter Witz has seen enough. He'll call timeout, talk things over. This third quarter saw the Pacers come in at a 2-point deficit. They now enjoy a 6-point lead, and we are just 1:20 into the third quarter. What's the message here, Marino, as PW talks to the team on the bench?
Telling them to keep their heads, find the good shot, don't rush it, and then if they're playing a man, girls shouldn't be that open for the three-pointers like they've been the last 2. I understand they're sliding down a little bit to help on Matos or down low with Smith, right?
Smith, Alana Smith.
I got that, but like you said, she's had 2 points. Her shooting percentage is probably like 15%. So don't help on her as much. Don't leave those girls open. They're showing now they can hit it.
So a little hop in their step as the Pacers will also fall back into a half-court defensive set. Looks like they'll pick up just over half court as Fevry will bring the ball over. Crossover dribble, penetrate, kick out to Brody Gannon. They'll start things back. Talbot dribble, kick out there, fired from the outside. No, that hit the top of the backboard. And you wonder, you like Reagan Maddie as a shooter, but is that the shot that Peter Witz wanted on that possession? And now the half-court pressure, or the full-court pressure rather, comes. They just pick up in the man. Good denial defense there by Maddie. She got the long arm in. It'll go off of her.
There you go, Talbot.
Reagan's more your defender, rebounder. Like you said, probably not the shot he drew up on the sideline. But someone has to take it.
And it was open.
It was. It's not like she was contested. She took a good open shot.
And a nice lead pass there to Garvin Martin. She was able to keep her feet in bounds. Living dangerously, Garcia, she'll dribble with the left to the foul line. Think better of it, kick it back outside. Guess who? No, but rebound there underneath. And I will say this, if Alana Smith starts to make that shot, things will get really difficult here as the lead is ballooned to 8.
Again, with their switch defense, the girl's wide open for the 3.
Felker in stride, no, and Garvin Martin will run. And we're going to get a blocking foul there. So that's going to be Maddie's first personal foul. At least by my count, it's her first personal.
Make a runner from the line.
And anytime you give a team a chance to score with the clock not running, it's not a good thing. So Garvin Martin will head to the line. She already has 1 bucket here in the third quarter. We'll see if she can add to that total. It's the first of 2, and checking back in is defensive specialist Lamise Al-Assad. She'll give Maddie a break, and her team will stand and applaud her efforts. Back iron, no. Rebound goes to Chicopee. Wow. That was...
there's some good defense by Beastie right there.
Good defense by Drake. Back the other way comes Talbot. She'll take matters into her own hands, go coast to coast, and get hacked in the act. That foul will go against Jalen Garvin Martin. She had an early foul and put the guns back in the holster. That's just her second personal. Talbot gets the shooter's touch, knocks down the first as the acoustic shadows come out here. Drake it. Blaze Mack will get a much-deserved rest, and Julia Roback will come in and take her place. Talbot, 2 out of 2, 9 points for the Player of the Year, Division II MVC. And there was no pressure, but a near travel there. Chicopee very fortunate. Garvin Martin hesitate, kick out. They'll work it around the perimeter. They skipped that all the way across the perimeter. Got to watch the low block. Baseline was not cut off, and that's why that was an uncontested shot. What a good offensive rebound there. Garvin Martin will shoot no. Can't give this Chicopee team too many second and third opportunities. Kick out ball gets stolen there, and Talbot turns the ball over to Garvin Martin. She'll go coast to coast, throw it up, no. Rebound comes to Matos. They'll bring it back. A foot was on the 2-point line, and a little leather souffle. They'll say no foul. Alana Smith.
I didn't think Drake could hand touch that, but.
So, fired from the outside. Garvin Martin, back iron, no. And another offensive board for Smith. Matos.
Rebounds like that kill you. She's out at the free throw line, and she's getting the free throw, and she's getting the rebound.
Garvin Martin can't get it to go, but almost going to go off of her hands. And they're very fortunate on Lady Middies because Alana Smith had position once again.
Right there.
I'll tell you what I'm seeing, Marino, is that they're not cutting off the baseline. They're getting there late, and that's opening up inside the paint for this Chicopee team. They've got to cut that baseline off sooner.
Exactly.
Pull-up jumper there, pretty shot. No, couldn't get it to go.
No one following. No one down low to follow.
Matos will set things up. And again, there it is in the low block. Good help defense by Al-Assad.
Nice. And a travel.
And a travel call against Roback, but a nice job by Al-Assad, making life difficult there for Roback.
But I'll tell you, Jason, if I'm Chicopee and the way their defense is rotating and Ashley Talbot's left down low trying to box out Smith, I'll take that all day if I'm Chicopee.
Talbot tries to dish it off to Gann, and it went off her mitts and back the other way. Ooh, comes Chicopee, no carry call. It could have been one there maybe. Matos throws one up, gets her own rebound, no box out. Oh, leather souffle, but it looks like Felker's going to get called for a hack, and she is. That's her first personal. And not the person you want to send to the line and 1,000-point scorer, Amaryllis Matos.
We're not worried about that.
Matos in and out on the first attempt. Checking in is Cologne, and she will come in for Garcia. She'll get a welcome to the bench from her teammates. Matos, the lefty, back irons the second, 0 for 2 on that trip.
Not something you'd think you'd see from the 1,000-point scorer. Great look.
Talbot, a little too much mustard. She's not shy. In and out. And Fevry with the hustle. Yeah! Back to Talbot. They kick it around. Al-Assad at the elbow. Drives up and in. Great move. And that play made possible by the hustle underneath, keeping that ball alive.
Great hustle by Fevry. Showing her senior leadership right there.
There's the ball on the baseline, but they closed down. They fronted Smith on that one. Ooh. Ball kicked out now. Skip pass, top of the key, into the paint, underneath. No answer for that. Dribble drive, finds Smith on the block. She's starting to become a factor in this game.
Yep. Yeah, trying to close down the drive.
Fevry, the runner in the lane, no. Going up strong was Roback. She pulls it in and gets it off to Garvin Martin. 2:37 to go, 7-point Pacer lead. Skip pass, baseball at that. Matos, ball fake. The runner in the lane, she's going to get called for too many steps.
Good call, good call.
So So I know there's a lot of basketball left to be played here, but Dracut has to come away with points on this possession. 38-31, Lady Middies. Oh, and two huge, long strides by Talbot. She's got 4 here in the third quarter.
They needed that because, I mean, it was a 13-4 quarter at this point.
Well, let's remember that bucket and see if that starts a run for the Lady Middies.
Yep.
And no answer but a miss. Got to get those rebounds. All kinds of trouble. A third and a fourth attempt for Chicopee.
That's the difference in this third quarter right now.
They've got to fall down on that baseline faster though, Marino. I know they got the turnover, but you can see that play developing.
Yep.
Fevry up strong and a make. And she has her first bucket.
Right there, the way that they're not working on that low post, how they're coming, that's the difference you see with Watkins with the 3 fouls out. She's usually the one down there sniffing that out.
And you wonder how long Coach Witz is going to leave her out of this one as she's standing cheering on her teammates. Cam Watkins with 3 personal fouls, and they have found the low block. They dribble drive into the paint, drawing a double team, and that is leaving the low post presence wide open in Roback and Smith.
So far, the difference in the second half is second chance opportunities and easy layups for Chicopee. Drake it one and done and no offensive rebounds.
But we did allude to the fact 2 possessions ago, Drake it needed to score. It was 38-31. They've gone on a little run here to get it to 3.
Quick 4 points, got the fans back going. Get some life back in the stands here as they're coming in.
38-35, Dracut will fall back defensively. Man-to-man defense. Rotated into the corner. They'll skip it across up top. One dribble, kick out. Mack, and now they fall down, and that was a good job. And I'll tell you right there,
that was Talbot.
Talbot fell back, and you said it. If Talbot has to guard Smith, it's going to be a mismatch, but they've been living by that bounce pass. Talbot can certainly handle any bounce pass coming her way.
Without a doubt, the bounce pass.
Al-Assad with the dribble drive, and she'll get hacked in the act. And that foul will go against Isabel Colon. That's just her first personal, but Al-Assad was in the act of shooting, so she'll get a pair. Side iron there, and a lot of empty circles here. Free throws, tough sledding for Dracut.
Both sides, actually, but
both sides is right, yep. Al-Assad will get a second. 1 out of 2 for Al-Assad, the sophomore guard, and again, Dracut will fall back. It is a 2-point advantage. 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. And that was Garvin Martin that was hustling, and she did the right thing. She threw it off Al-Assad's leg, I believe. It was either Gannon or Al-Assad, went off her leg, so a good heads-up play there to save the possession.
Very smart play.
Garvin Martin, and she knocks down a three-pointer, so she earned that three-pointer, no question about it. Talbot, left-hand dribble, kick out. Felker, no. Rebound, oh, and good sportsmanship there as Murphy got hammered by Garvin Martin, knocked down to the floor. And that's Garvin Martin's third personal foul, so that's an important one.
That is big.
She is the field general down there. She makes things happen.
And she was starting to find that little three-point range, so that could be huge.
Talbot, no. Rebound. Comes to the Pacers. Here comes Matos, left-hand dribble. And good help defense getting back there quickly to disrupt that shot a little bit was Talbot.
Ooh, heads up. She had, well, man, probably playing for the last shot, but she had Felker wide open ahead of the pack, but maybe Ash was playing for the last shot.
Gannon, left-hand dribble, runs into the paint and in!
That could be huge for her confidence.
Well, that's Gannon's first bucket, the second-team All-MVC player, and we're going to head to the fourth quarter, Marino, and it's going to be a fantastic finish as the Pacers are up by 3, 41-38, 8 minutes to go in regulation. I say regulation because who knows, anything could happen here.
Boys lost by 2.
So Drake at boys, I think they just said lost by 2, 64-62. Terrific season by them, a heartbreaking loss.
That's a tough one.
It's been a great season here, the winter season for Drake at high school in terms of postseason accomplishments. But right now, the Middies are 0 for 2, trying to get at least one of the 3 to advance.
Well, we got 8 minutes to see on this one, down 3. See how it goes.
Third quarter there, Febvre had a bucket, Talbot with 4, Gannon with a bucket, Maddie had a 3-pointer, and Al-Assad had a point. On the other side of things, Garvin Martin had 3 points, Blaze Mack with 3 points, Alana Smith with 4, and Gianna Garcia with a 3-pointer. Something tells me you made the call, Marino. It's going to be a role player that could be the huge difference in this one. Ball kicked out top of the key. Matos, they working around. The ball's gone all the way around twice. Nice up and under. Moving, good defense, and guess who?
Cam Watkins back in. Jump ball, but it looks like it's Middies.
So Drake very fortunate there, but Watkins making her presence be known with that great defensive stand.
Well, a lot of time to think about that on the bench in the third quarter. Stay out of foul trouble and bring it.
There is no tomorrow for one of these teams, and crowd starts to come alive here. Watkins, hesitation, kick out. Gannon, no. Rebound goes to, thought Felker had a chance at it, but Mack out-battled her for it. Back the other way comes Garvin Martin. And she'll slow things down. Into the corner it goes. Blaze Mack, no. Rebound. Gobbled up there by Felker. And a nice pass and good recognition. Oh, she had a chance to take it up and in. Dished it off and found Al-Assad.
Great look. Watkins didn't think she had a good angle. Great pass to Al-Assad.
Into the corner it goes. And good denial defense by Felker. Ooh, spin move. And here come the Lady Middies. Underneath it goes. And we're going to get a foul. And that's going to go against Smith. I think it's just her first personal, but more importantly, that's going to send Watkins to the line.
And all the MIAA wannabe coaches are up here screaming flagrant.
Watkins calmly knocks down the first. She'll get a second. We have a tie ball game, Marino. Not anymore.
Not anymore. It's a great job.
42-41, Lady Middies. We'll see if they can get another defensive stand here. Fatigue and a 2-hour bus ride might start to play into this one a little bit. We'll see. Matos, left-hand dribble at the elbow, kick out. They work it on the low post. Nice move there, kick back out. Garvin Martin for 3, no. Gannon battled for the rebound, couldn't get it. Matos came underneath, cleaned it, and put it home.
It's a great play by the senior. That's how she follows her shot and goes.
Picked out, Felker in stride, Yahtzee! And the roof just came off of this place. And a travel call. 45-43 Middies.
Well, here you go. Like you said, the big 3 by Beastie gets the voices going in here and, you know, causes an unforced error on Chicopee with the travel.
Crossover dribble, kick out, Felker, no, rebound, look who, couldn't get it to go. Another offensive board, that one goes by the boards, and I think they're gonna call it
on
Watkins. And I gotta tell you, it looked like she had her hand on the ball.
That's a tough one.
That is That's a tough one. Gannon will come out and get a rest. And it looks,
Reagan.
Nope, they blew nope. They'll continue to play as they had already inbounded the ball. 2-3 zone working here, and a near steal by Febvre. As they're working that 2-3 zone now, going to have to get help on the backside, the weak side. And hate to see this as Watkins comes out. Maddie will come back in, and the Pacers, with 5:32 to go in regulation, will call timeout and talk this one over. This is a huge possession for Chicopee. But just how important was that foul on Watkins?
That's a tough blow for the middies. Like you said, it looked like her hand was right there. You know, it looked like it was ball, but
when you have 3, that's not a good foul to take,
right.
And a tough one to even reach in there because.
Little frustration after missing the easy layup.
Yeah. But no foul, you get a chance to get another attempt.
Yep.
Hindsight's 20/20. It's a wonderful thing. But they're going to need Watkins down the stretch in this one.
Yes, they are. Survive the next 3 minutes. Keep it a 2-point lead if you can. Next 3 minutes, put her in for the last 2.5. Tell her not to foul. Trust me, it's easier said than done.
Easier said than done. Yes,
I had the luxury of being an assistant coach for her, Tati Febvre, and Reagan when they were in 8th grade, along with Cam's mom, Christine DiDucci, and there were championships in that league. So let's see if they can keep going as seniors.
What great hustle by Al-Assad and Febvre there. They could get the ball, but they took some time off the shot clock. And there it is on the baseline. Good help. And Febvre goes up, and they're going to say jump ball. And that is a huge call, even though Chicopee keeps it. But they fell back.
Again, Talbot sliding in front of Smith, so they can't give her the easy bounce pass.
Take the ball out. Skip pass, airmailed almost to the sideline. And a rush shot there, and I'm not sure of the call, and I don't think Felker can believe it either.
Yep.
So that is her second personal foul, the 15th foul. 14 fouls on Chicopee. Garvin Martin will head to the free throw line, back irons the first. And you're right, Marino, a lot of empty circles on my score sheet.
This is where the crowd really plays into this game.
And another miss, but an offensive rebound there by Smith. Just working the glass. You can't give this team more opportunities. Yahtzee from the outside, and that was Isabel Colon from long range.
Very calm out there, very calm, great ball movement by Chicopee.
Head fake, gave it back up to Alassane. 3-player game here on the weave. Here comes Talbot, penetrate, step back. Yahtzee! Ashley Talbot! Drake it, back on top by 2. Garvin Martin will skip it around. They'll extend the defense. They give up the baseline, jumper no, and that ball is going to go off of the thigh of Maddie. And here we go. So Gannon and Watkins will check back in. Al-Assad and Maddie, big minutes right there.
Huge minutes
for Drake. We'll see if they take the ball at Watkins. They do. She'd be wise not to reach in there. Ooh, and Brody Gannon will get called for her first personal. But I suppose the good news here is you've got Smith on the line, who hasn't had the most success, and hard for her to rebound any misses she might make.
That's
here.
The best spot. She can't, unless it's a long one.
And there it is. She misses the first. She'll get a second. This crowd comes to life here. Calmly knocks down the second. 1 out of 2 on that trip for Smith. And the Chicopees will fall back defensively. Nobody on Felker down here in the corner. I thought Talbot was going to airmail it down there. They'll set it up in the half court. And the 2.
They're going to do everything they can to keep the ball out of Talbot's hands.
Talbot will bring it back out top. Guarded closely by Garvin Martin. She'll drive into the paint. And there'll be a personal foul called. Looks like they're going to call it on Smith.
Smith or 4? No, that's
Nope,
4 on
you're
4, right?
That's Garvin Martin's 4th personal. So we'll see, and they go to the bench, and they'll answer with Mack, who had 10 points in the first half, just 3 in the third quarter. So Garvin Martin will have a seat. It is not a 1-on-1 situation. Got to get the ball inbounded, and they have the ball stolen. And Matos calmly puts in. That's a huge turnover.
That's a tough play on the inbounds. You're going to go long. You got to make sure you have her wide open.
Back the other way comes Febvre, crossover, pull-up jumper, no.
Long.
Rebound goes to Mack.
She's had a tough shooting night.
Mack will give it up, and Pacers will set up in the half court. We're going to get a travel call there on Cologne. She gave a head fake, but unfortunately with that head fake, the pivot foot moved as well. 3:30 to go in this one, a 1-point Pacer advantage. This game has been all out in a bag of chips.
It has been. They've all been ready to go.
Spin in the paint, kick out. And another travel call, and it just, Watkins gets called for moving that pivot foot. And no rest for the weary as Garvin Martin's going to check back in, and probably a good move on Chicopee's part to get her in the game. 49-48 Pacers, chance to extend this 1-point lead. Fired from the outside, no, they didn't box out. And on the low post, and a block shot by Talbot. Oh, and the ball goes off Fevre's hands as a nice dish by Watkins, a little too much hot sauce on that dish. But Talbot
Great
blocking
job.
Smith. That possession needed to come away with points. And we'll stand up for the duration of this one just so we can see. Cologne trapped in the corner. Jump ball nearly called, and they're going to call a double dribble.
Great job by Gannon and Watkins trapping her down on the corner.
49-48, 2:45 to go in regulation here.
Looks like Chicopee's playing offense-defense.
And yeah, that Garvin Martin will check back out. They'll bring her back when they have the ball. So a little chess game taking place here. Crossover dribble, Fevre, kick out, Felker. No, and the long rebound finds its way into the hands of Matos. She'll work on Fevre, hesitate, in, and they're gonna get a foul call on the floor. We'll see who they call it on. They're gonna talk it over. This is a huge.
I think Watkins wasn't in the play at all.
35, so it's gonna be Felker. That's her 3rd personal. But more importantly, we're in the bonus situation, 1-1 for Matos.
Stands
Place
come alive.
alive. No. And a huge rebound by Mack, goes up strong, no. Another rebound, ball whipped out. They don't have the numbers, we'll see what they do. She says, you can take your numbers. Oh
And
no.
she's done.
And that's gonna do it, and she knows it. Yeah, that's going to close the book on Watkins, the senior forward. Will finish with 12 points. And Al-Assad will come back in. What a difference that is if that layup goes in. She didn't have the numbers, but went up strong and tried to get her own miss. So Cologne will head to the line. She has a huge three-pointer here in the 4th quarter. Back iron, rebound comes to Talbot. She's got a 3-on-2 opportunity. And a ball goes in. Felker, the beneficiary of that one.
Great look by Talbot.
2 minutes to go in this one. Matos. They'll pressure her well over near half court. And look at the pressure defense. Almost comes a turnover. Garvin Martin, air ball, nothing, rebound, taken by Talbot. Look out, 1:40 to go. Back the other way. Come the Lady Middies, they'll set up, good bounce pass there. Talbot from 3, Yahtzee! 4 4-point advantage, 1:30 to go in this one.
Great defense, offense by the middies. Chicopee's timeout.
Coach LeVar Wolf-Waliak will talk it over.
Well,
and this place has come alive.
the good news, I mean, we still have a minute and a half to go. It's tough with Cam, losing Cam. But I'll tell you, players step up. Talbot right now in the last 45 seconds of this game, defense, offense. Great pass to Felker, then down here on defense with Felker, then hitting the big three.
And if you're Chicopee and you come up short in this one, you're going to look at your woes from the free throw line. You're going to look at those missed bunnies underneath. But I attribute that to a couple of things. You had a lot of good help down low defensively from this Drake-It team, altering some of those shots, and I might add, maybe some tired legs. You spent 2 hours on a bus ride and you're running sprints before the game. Maybe that's starting to show up here a little bit. But two battle-tested team, Marino, and these two teams, this is worthy of this kind of a game.
I can tell you that 2-hour bus ride, it does, whether they want to say it or not. My son had to go down to the Sandwich on the Cape for his tournament game, and by that fourth quarter, they were dead.
Probably why she had him doing some sprints, but maybe
does that tie you
back
up?
to bite him, yeah. Defensive chant. Matos. And that ball goes on the floor. Al-Assad gets stripped up, comes away with it. Ball finds its way to the hands of Talbot. And we'll get a timeout and a good one by Drake-It.
Great job by Coach Witz to save Ashley as she was scrambling. And Al-Assad, I think he was probably trying to call it when Al-Assad was on the floor with it.
And that is one of the benefits, Marino, I think, of having three officials on the floor. You had the lead official far enough up the floor that could see that timeout being called for.
Exactly.
And as a result, possession saved. 1:12 to go, 53-49, Lady Middies. The student body has come alive here in this place.
Sounds like the Glee Club showed up.
Well, this has been an outstanding game by two very evenly matched teams. And home court advantage could be the difference in this one, who knows? Still, a lot of basketball left to play here. Now let me ask you this.
Was an eternity.
Let me ask you this. Do you think about, and I think we're getting our answer, they're not going to try to foul. They're going to play for the possession. And I think if you're Drake-It, maybe you take your time here.
Yeah, you milk it down. And then if you're Chicopee, you check your scorebook and you see who you think the weakest is on the free throw line and try to go with them when they have the ball.
Well, right now it's a two-possession game, and a good job by Talbot. 7 seconds, 6. She'll go in the key, pull-up jumper. Yahtzee! That big players make big shots in big games, and that's as big as they come.
And that is just huge clock management. We talked about at the end of the first half. Well, they didn't manage the clock well, but they did fantastic there.
3-point shot there is in for Garvin Martin, and she keeps things interesting. 55-52, 28 seconds.
Let's see if
We're
they
going to
go
see if
after
they
it.
foul, and they do reach, but they don't call it.
She
Talbot,
beats by it. MVP chant's going.
and she gets hacked there. And that is just the 6th team foul, so it does not yield.
Right, they got one more.
But shot clock turned off. That's
right,
a huge
that's huge.
factor. And they'll call timeout and try to figure out how to navigate, if you will, the final 17.6 seconds.
Again, it's tough. I mean, obviously Drake wants the ball in Talbot's hands. Who's Chicopee going to try to force the ball to? I mean, if they're smart, they can do everything they can to deny Ashley getting the inbounds.
Fast Freddie Spicer, Gary, Mickey Muse on the moving pictures here this evening. And they are catching a good one, let me tell you.
Not only them, but the people in attendance and the people that are watching again at home.
And I got some news for all those folks watching at home. We know who wins this one, but we're not going to tell you. You're going to have to watch it on Drake-It Access TV.
Crazy game out there. That would be Brock Damaris trying to get his 2 cents in.
In the backcourt, and hacked in the act there, and that will put her at the line. So a good foul there by Matos, and that's just, I believe, her first personal foul. So a clean game by the 1,000-point scorer.
Where did they say she was heading to school in Pennsylvania, correct?
Pennsylvania.
Wilkins or something, I believe?
It is Wilkes University in Pennsylvania. As the first one is knocked down by Talbot, she'll get a second. That is a huge free throw, turns it into a 2-possession game. Talbot knocks down the second. Ice water in her veins.
Huge ice water. Last 2.5 minutes of this game have been Ashley. She took over.
She sure did. And
both sides of the floor.
we look at the defensive presence that she had underneath the hoop there, blocking shots and getting rebounds and doing just huge work.
Front and Smith, when they had the roll and they didn't stop it at first, when Watkins was on the bench in the third, Talbot made the switch to go down low. Fantastic job.
16.4 seconds here, Marino. Do you go for a quick 2 or do you fire one from distance?
I think they go for a quick bucket, 2 or 3, and then they're going to stop playing the foul game. This 16 seconds could be 5.5 minutes long.
It could be an eternity. And Draken will fall back. They'll just see if they just roll the ball, and they'd be wise to move closer and make them pick that ball up. They do. Fevry now. Oh, and Matos going to get called for a bad foul. That's going to send Matos to the line for 1 and 1. Just not the foul you want to give up there. And certainly not the player you want to give it up to.
Right. Don't need to play her that close and that tough with 16 seconds left. Just try to force it to her weaker hand. That's about it.
Matos will head to the line. The front end of a 1 and 1.
Oh,
rebound. Oh, steal by Al-Assad! And that could do it! Talbot, dribbling in the backcourt, will get hacked by Blaze Mack. And don't look now, but the Drake and Lady Middies are heading to the next round.
That was a fantastic job by the sophomore guard. Smith turned to kick it out, never saw Al-Assad back there. She came in, fantastic steal. And the Glee Club's back out.
So another point for Talbot, and she's exploded here in the fourth quarter. 11 points in the fourth. Make that 12. And that is probably going to do it. 7-point advantage into the corner. They'll just let her fire. No rebound, and that's going to do it.
There it is.
The Drake Lady Middies have beaten the Chicopee Pacers by a count of 59-52. And there will be a Drake team playing further into the postseason.
There certainly will.
The Middies advance!
Wow, with your Drake and high education, I'm surprised you can put a sentence together. That's a fantastic job.
Wow, 2 great teams out there and a nice sportsmanship. And we'll see if we can't get
an update on the Foxborough Oliver Ames game.
That would be.
Find out where we're going.
Well, welcome back to Drake at Access TV. Jason Roby here with Marino, and I'm standing with 2 young ladies who, oh, by the way, we got another postseason game to go to. Congratulations, outstanding win, beating the Chicopee Pacers here this evening. What a great basketball game played by both teams, but I want to talk first to Ashley Talbot. Ashley, 23 points. You had a huge fourth quarter. What was going through your head there in that third quarter with the game so tight?
Honestly, I knew we had to pick it up because in the close games, sometimes we tend to stress out a little bit, so I knew how to slow the game down and get the right shots that we needed.
And we have Tatiana Fevry here, and the first team All-MVC conference player. And Tati, tell us a little bit about your role in this game here tonight. Just playing outstanding defense, getting on the boards, passing the ball, playing good pressure up and down the floor. What's this feel like for you and the rest of your teammates?
I feel like it gets intense sometimes, but I know like my role on the team is to play hard defense at all times and keep the pressure going.
You definitely did just that, and you had an outstanding first-round game as well. You knocked down 9 big points in that first game, and you just kind of do whatever the team needs you to do. We are going to be hitting the road. We're going to that next round game, and do we know anything about our opponent?
Well, I'm not sure.
Oliver Ames, yeah.
So I do know a few players. They have a few decent players. Play a lot of them in AAU too. The big And then one of their guards, I think I played in AAU too, so I know a little bit about them. They're great players, so we're going to have to play well.
They are the third-ranked team. They will be playing against this sixth-ranked Midi team, but I'll tell you right now, this team is playing with their hair on fire, up and down the floor. Great defense, and I got to make a note of how well the guards defended tonight. Most specifically, your job down on the low post. They seem to be getting a lot of dribble penetration and dish into the low post for some easy looks, and then you start falling down. You actually had a huge block shot down there against their big. What was that like?
It felt pretty good.
Yeah.
I knew I should have been on the opposite side of her, and I didn't want to follow her, so I knew the only way. She kind of brought it back a little bit, so I knew I could tip it a little bit from behind, and I did that. So
it was outstanding. I got to say this to you two ladies. We got news that the boys team lost their game tonight by 2. Hockey team went down in defeat. Great seasons for both of those teams. Wrestling season has since concluded. You are the lone survivor. What's school going to be like the rest of this week heading into that the next, I shouldn't say last, I'm going to say the next playoff game?
I think it's going to be pretty crazy. I think we're underestimated by a lot of people, and so I really think this shows that we can play with some pretty good teams. And
What is it? Hashtag not done yet, right?
Yep.
And what's your thought on this, Tatiana, as we head into this third round game? What's going to be your focus and your goal in this next round?
I feel like just as a team, we should really just keep putting our foot on the gas and make it to the States, because we all know we can. We have the opportunity to, so we have to keep pounding in.
Keep Cam out of foul trouble.
Yeah, yes.
I've had a chance to watch you ladies now 3 times, starting with that out-of-state game against Bishop Girton, your first-round game against Bill Ricca, and the game here tonight. And I have to tell you, you young ladies play with a fire and a desire that I have not seen in quite a long time, and it's been enjoyable to watch. Do me a favor. Let's get another one so I can keep watching, okay?
We will try for sure.
All right.
Yeah, definitely.
Great job, ladies.
Congratulations, ladies. Tatiana Fevry, Ashley Talbot, first team All-MVC selections, but more importantly than that, and they'll be the first to tell you, they're heading on into the next round of the playoffs. Thanks very much, and best of luck. We'll see you at the next game. Well, that was exciting, was it not, Marino?
I don't know. The heart's still going a little bit here. It's good. It's good. Saw me almost fall down the stairs, I was losing my foot, and too exciting, but hey, they can keep going. Like I said with them, you see it, all the parents posted all over the place, the girls, hashtag not done yet.
This is a Drake team that'll head to Oliver Ames. They will become road warriors for this next round, and I'm sure a lot of scouting will be done by Coach Witz and his staff prior to that one, and hopefully we'll be on the road heading to that game as well with the opportunity to call it for you. What does this team need to do to advance?
Well, if they play a team like tonight where they have the size, if they play that same 1-3-1 defense they were doing like Ashley did in the second half, those guards got to come down and take the big out, get in front of her, stop the bounce pass, and they just got to control the boards a little bit better. They struggled on the glass a little bit tonight, but you know what? Clean that up, hit their shots. Remember, we talked about the first quarter. They had a lot of good looks and just weren't going down.
Well, he is the man, the myth, the legend, Marino. My name is Jason Roby. For Drake at Access TV, we bid you farewell, and we'll see you soon for the next round of the MIAA Division II playoffs. Have a great night, everybody.